Welcome back to another episode. I am Sticks. This is my best friend and co-host D-Lo, and we are. Damn, what the fuck?
You was about to say part of my wisdom. Yeah. I brought it back to you. See,
You literally
I
just
shouldn't have
said
said
that
it.
too.
Yeah, I shouldn't
It's
have
all
said
good. It's
anything
all good.
about
It's
part
all
of my
good. It's all
wisdom.
good. It's all good.
Too
It's all good.
complex.
Too complex.
It's all good.
Man.
We
Too
leaving
complex.
it in too. We leaving that in.
All right. That's cool with me. All right, but welcome back to another episode. I am Sticks. This is my best friend and co-host D-Lo, and we are too complex. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been off this joint, and I'm glad y'all still rocking with us. But before we get into this excellent episode, I want y'all to do three things. I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we on the way to 400 subscribers. We only 9 away, so I need 9 of y'all to go ahead and hit that button, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss none of these bangers.
Yes, sir.
That we drop every single week. But D-Lo, man, we back in this thing, man. What's been good with you, bro?
Man, we back in it, man. It's been a tough couple of weeks for me.
Good
and bad. But it's been the last week for real has been tough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, lost my grandmother, R.I.P. grandma.
R.I.P. grandma, man. My condolences to the family, G, for sure.
Yeah,
I know I already told you that,
man.
but yeah, condolences.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I mean, she lived a great life, man. 92 years old. But it was still unexpected. She was in pretty decent health.
Yeah.
Figured at some point in time it would be her time, but not like this, So, but she lived a good life.
And from what I remember of her, grandma, I mean, I haven't seen her in probably about a decade or so now, but from what I remember, she was always energetic. She was always up and at 'em, taking care of herself. You know what I'm saying? So she was always that spark plug, man. Grandma was a joy to be around for sure, bro.
And 100%, yeah. So before she passed, she actually was still out in the. Well, she didn't pass right away, but before she passed, before she had her incident. So she had an incident, and then she was in the yard, working in the yard still, and then I think like they said she went to sit down or something, and something happened, and we lost her. But yeah, she's in a better place now. She's with my grandfather. I'm good. It hurts. And I'll explain a little bit of why it actually hurts in a minute, but it hurts to lose her. But I'm in a better place than I was with my grandfather because I had a chance to say goodbye to her. So I actually got to go see her in the hospital before everything happened or before she passed. And my grandfather didn't have the opportunity to do it. So I feel good about it. Like it hurt. What hurt was seeing her in that casket and she didn't look like herself. That tore me up, bro. Because I'm like, I don't want nobody to see me looking like. I mean, she didn't look like herself at all, man. So that really hit differently for me. So it made me realize I think I may want to be cremated when I get, or a closed casket, one of the two when I die, because I don't want nobody to remember me like that. Because me, my cousin, my sister, my mama, we all was like, oh man, you know what I mean? So
sometimes the funeral homes don't do the justice that they're supposed to, man. But they're
just doing their job, man.
They're just doing their job, and some of them are overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really blame them. But I mean, I remember that same thing, man. Because when now going on 26 years ago, when my mom passed, she didn't like herself either. So I get it.
I mean, I knew if anybody would understand what is going on right now, you definitely would.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate you continually reaching out to me throughout the whole process and all that.
You my bro, man. I got your back regardless, G.
Yeah. But but on the flip side, on the lighter side of all of this, again, it's still R.I.P. Grandma. I'm gonna miss you. But during that time, so I've mentioned to you before, my little cousin who is 9 years old. He's pretty fast. Well, I realized how old I am. This past weekend messing with him. So like I said, he's pretty fast for his age. He was popping a lot of junk after my grandmother's funeral. He was having a good time. Talking about he wanted to race me. All right, bro, I can race you. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I forgot how old I am.
You know what you sound like? Did you see that video of Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, yes. And it looked exactly like that. Like,
man.
The only difference is I was for sure like beating him and going to beat him, but he made me he like I said, he's pretty fast to be 9. He
Yeah.
made me extend more than I originally thought I had to. I done pulled my quad. I done pulled my hamstring.
Oh, D-Lo.
I was I was humbled that day. Well, I mean, I was humbled. I was really humbled. I owe
Oh,
him
D-Lo.
$50.
You owe $50? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I owe him money, man. It's all around bad. Humbled, dog. Humbled. But one thing I say about him is I I am proud of him and because he's really athletic. He's into all
Hmm.
type of sports, and his confidence is at an all time high. To be 9 years old, he knows what I did in my, prior to all of this, and prior to me getting old, he really enjoys talking to me about that stuff. And
Hmm.
but for him to say, you know what, I did pretty good in track this year. I want to race you. For him to say that and then actually put all his effort in to try to beat me, I listen. Yeah, gladly give you that money, man. You can have
Heck
it. You
yeah.
beat me. And so the bad part about it is though that Sage saw the race, my daughter, and she
Oh.
was like, "No, no, he doesn't owe you anything. That's not fair." So it's like, okay, well, dang, she's
Now they
she's
arguing.
protecting me. Yeah, she's protecting me, so I feel good about it. But man, it's just I realized how old I am. It ain't no more just on a whim going to going to run to go play basketball or anything like. Nah, bro, we got to stretch. We got to warm up. Yeah, it's
Because
none of that.
mind you, bro, whenever Ashley was here, and I'm gonna get into that point, you know what I'm saying? We went to go
Yeah,
play basketball. Nah, dog. And that was just playing around, just shooting around and chilling and kicking it. Nah, dog. Ain't no more doing none of that, bruh. Like
nah,
and you know what I'm saying? We at an age now where it's like, okay, either we gonna do this and we gonna put our all into it, and we gotta do it on a Friday, so we know we ain't gotta work Saturday and Sunday because we
right,
gotta recover.
right, right.
Because heck
Man,
no,
listen.
dog. I was like, man, my back was hurting, my calves was sore, and I was just out there playing around. I wasn't even go doing no competitive balling. Yeah, dog. We at that age, G.
We old, bro. We old. Dang, it's
We
crazy.
old.
It's crazy.
We
Like
old,
I
dog.
would say, even 7 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, I could have said, "All right, man, let's
Yeah.
go race on a whim, spontaneously, and just race and be all right. At
Mm-hmm.
least
Be good.
open up a little bit." No, I took
Nah.
maybe I want to say I was a good 10, 12 strides in, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Do 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 do. I was like, "Oh." Ground, and it was a wrap. I was like, yeah,
How
it's all
far
right,
was the
man. You
race?
won.
A 40 yard, a 40 yard dash or something like that. It's
Nah,
like the same
it
thing
was
as.
longer. It was long, man. We was in my grandparents' backyard, and so we
Oh,
started
okay.
from like mid house, and then they have a huge huge plot of land. So it
Mm-hmm.
was pretty far. I mean, it wasn't like 100 meters or anything like that, but it was definitely
Got you.
longer than 40 yards.
Got you.
Yeah,
Probably like a 60 or something like that. Probably.
yeah,
But now
yeah,
that's
yeah,
but
yeah,
it'll humble you. But like you said, man, I ain't met little Cuzzo yet, and I'm proud of little homie too for just having the confidence and the courage to challenge you to the race. Like
yeah.
I'm 9, you
Right.
older than me, and I know you was an athlete back in the day. Shoot, let's get it. What's up? You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
by no stretch am I fast or was fast for the position that I played in college.
Mhm.
But I still expect to be the 9 year old. I don't
Nah,
care how fast he
facts.
is. You know what I
But
mean? So
if it wasn't for you for the age component, you'd have
yeah.
strided that joint out, and you'd have been
Oh,
like, all right,
listen, bro, I
get out of
was
here.
winning. I was winning,
Yeah.
and so that's why he was so hyped when I fell.
Oh, you fail.
Yes, I fell. I guess I didn't paint the picture that well, bro. I fell and tumbled. Like, so I fell and rolled forward. Yeah. Old, bro.
Because all you said was you pulled your quad and your hamstring. You didn't say you tumbled.
Yeah, no, I fell, bro.
Oh man, I know he was
Like
hype.
I
I know
looked
he was
like
hype.
Ricky in Boys in the Hood when he got shot.
Oh man, you
Yeah.
you was gasping for air, some more shit. That's
Nah, I won't
crazy.
gasping for air, but
Oh my bad. I ain't mean to play. I
yeah.
ain't mean to chest. I ain't mean to try you like that. My bad, bro.
Yeah. But go ahead, man. Tell me about your
Man,
escapades, your visit.
escapades is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I guess it shouldn't be escapade. That's a bad word. Bad choice of words. Bad
All
choice
good,
of
all
words.
good. But so this past week, you know what I'm saying, my lady, you know what I'm saying, she came up for her birthday. Her birthday was Monday, so I already told her, of course, but just for the
Happy
podcast, happy
belated.
birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, babe. But yeah, it was a good time, man. She got here on Wednesday, last Wednesday on the 30th, and she spent all the way to the 6th with me, man, and it was a good time. And I showed her the best time she could have, man, because she been doing a lot, you know what I'm saying, and she deserved to have a vacation, man. So I wanted to make sure that she had that laptop closed, which she still brought it with her because she
Of
was,
course.
it's just that anxiety thing, but whatever. She brought it
Mm-hmm.
with her, but she didn't want to miss nothing. But I give her props because she never opened it. Never opened it. And I didn't really give her a chance to open it because we was always doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good time, man. I showed her the Space Needle. I showed her the Pop Culture Museum. We went to we had some good eats. You know what I'm saying? We had some street dogs. We had some, we
Oh,
did a
y'all
lot.
was tourist.
Oh, we were, because, I don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
y'all was
and you know what I'm
tourist. You
saying?
had your
And
little camera hanging around your neck too.
nah, but I had my I Love Seattle shirt. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But but it was fun, man, because I don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And her coming was definitely a great visit, and it gave us a reason to go be tours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I do a little bit with Sam, but Sam is just like me, man. She would much rather just be in the house and chill. But I'm glad that I showed her around, and she gave me the opportunity to be, the best man I could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she had a really good birthday, and saying she went back. We already trying to plan something to see each other again, which I don't know if y'all down, but February we trying to go to this Maxwell Cruise concert thing. But I don't know. I don't even know if it may be feasible, but we're gonna see. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Well, keep us in the loop on that. We'll talk about it. We'll keep discussing it.
But that boy Maxwell taxing, boy. That boy taxing. I ain't gonna lie to you,
Can't be
D-Lo.
any worse than Beyonce.
He hitting people. I'll send you the info. But
Yeah, it can't be worse than Beyonce.
Beyonce be taxing too. But this is on a cruise though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
it's a little
I got
different.
you.
It's a little
I got
different.
you.
But
So it ain't
it's gonna
just
be fun
Maxwell taxing. Then it's the cruise ship or the company
though.
taxing.
But the lineup in this, that too. But the lineup in this concert on this cruise, fire.
I got you.
It'll be a
I
good
got
time,
you.
and it's around Valentine's Day too, so we're gonna have to see what's going on. But
I got you.
we trying to do that. But now
Yeah.
it's been good, man. Another update, so I know we've been talking over the past couple of about my next point in my career. Say got a new gig, about to start doing sales again, man. So that's another good thing that's going on for your boy. Sam just started school this past Wednesday. She doing great, you know what I'm saying? So everything is looking up, man. I got a 10th grader, bro. I got a 10th grader.
Congratulations on the job, my boy.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. This,
Congratulations.
been trying to figure out the next move for a minute, so finally got that taken care of, and everything is great, man. Everything is looking up, bro. Got the job situation good. Sam is good. My lady is good. What future say? Life is good. You know what I mean?
Sensational.
Sensation. Oh, I wish I could use my soundboard because I got that sound on there. But anyway, but it's cool, man.
But yeah, man, we old. Speaking of oldies though, so
what's up with oldies?
around this time of year is when I really get into. I don't know why. I just start listening to oldies heavy. Rick James,
Got you.
Temptations,
Got
Al
you.
Green, Barry White, those type of oldies and stuff.
Yeah.
Them musicians back in the day, music is just different than it was.
It is.
For now than it was back in the day. Them musicians used to pop their shit back in the day.
They did.
Like intros, breakdowns, the end of the songs. You gonna have some type of long musical session to where that the musicians was in that session getting it in.
Getting it in.
I'm sure everybody's noticed, but Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Junk's like 5-minute intro of just bass,
just bass,
drums. Yeah, bro. Listen,
crazy.
Music is just way different. I guess that's the part of it. Like, I'm not really musically inclined. I don't play any instruments or anything like that. But to hear that type of music, hear how everything that we listen to now is pretty much sampled from all of that shit back in the day. Or I shouldn't say shit. All of that stuff, all of that great quality music back in the day, it's just crazy, man. So around this time, I really get into it. Next month, I'll probably be listening to Rick James, Fire and Desire. I don't know what it is. Every time around September, October, November, I'm into the oldies. So we getting old.
Well, if you listen to that story that she posted, hopefully you're gonna add that song to your playlist. So that's one of my favorites of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That Luther Vandross. That's one of my favorites
Okay.
of all time.
Okay. Yeah.
But to get into the episode, sorry, y'all, I know that was a long intro, but we had to catch up. The fellas had to catch up a little bit. But to get into the content today, so Coach Prime is out there doing his Doug Thizzle in Colorado. And just last week, they playing right now, which they up on Nebraska 27-7 right now. But bless them. But they just last week
23-7.
23. I thought they scored a touchdown because that's how I feel go get kicked. It's clear on my TV. But anyway, but 23-7. But just last week, they just beat TCU, who is the former number 2 team in the nation. Just went to the college football national championship this past January. So with all the controversy and all the people talking down on Colorado and Coach Prime and what he was doing with the program, he out here doing his thing. So D-Lo, I want to ask you, man, how you feel about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, bro?
Bro, I love it.
I love it too, bro.
The reason I love it though is because we knew who Deion was when he was a player. He was flashy, he was cocky, he was confident. I should say confident, not cocky. He was confident. To us, we didn't know that he was a motivator, but looking at him now, you can only imagine he probably had that same type of motivation. And I watch his son's YouTube channel, Well Off Media, and they follow him around. And the time that him and Michael Irvin spent talking and reminiscing and discussing how they used to be in practice, you can see how all of what he was and who he was as a player is transitioned and translated to him being a coach. And I think it's great for college football because it gets us out of this monotony of every coach being pretty much the same, just having a small little twist. Now he kicks in the door and he's being who he is. He's continuing to be who he is. And it's not only showing in Colorado, it's showing in all of college football because he has everybody in a frenzy. Like you have, and he's very polarizing too. Yeah. I don't know why people are hating on him, but he's very polarizing. You have a group of people that love him, and then you have a group of people, I wouldn't say they hate him, but they are questioning the way he goes about being a college football coach. Again, because it's not the same old, bland cookie cutter coaching type that he has. But the kids just seem to love it. As you can see, he got that freshman that he got at running back, Edwards, pretty good. He was supposed to go to, I think, Michigan, ended up coming to Coach Prime because he played with him, played for him as a kid. His sons all followed him to Colorado. Going crazy. And then Travis Hunter, who may be the best player in college football, first off, committed to him at Jackson State, which was unheard of at the time, proving why he was the number 1 recruit in college football or high school coming into college football. And then followed him to Colorado. And last week, played 144 snaps, I think, or something like that. Combined offense and defense.
Yep.
In 100-degree weather, 100 yards receiving, interception. His son threw for
510 yards, 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. You got 4 different receivers over 100 yards. It's great for college football, man. What you think? What are your thoughts on it?
Man, just like you said, bro, I love it, dog. And especially because, like you said, Coach Prime's personality has always been what it is right now, and he's always stood up to the controversy, stood up to the naysayers and the haters, and just showed up and showed out. And it's the same thing he's doing right now, because from all the hate that he was getting from when he left Jackson State, left a black college, national historically black college, HBCU. From whenever he went to Colorado, they told him that they said he was selling out and he was going to the. I don't know if I should say that. It was going to the white man. He was going to the white man, leaving the black man behind, going to the white man. And then the way he ran the program and was letting everybody know, like, hey, if you don't, we got some people coming in. You gonna have to earn your spot just because you was here. Like the way he running the program and what's going on with Coach Prime, like you said, he's so polarizing that he gonna have haters. And this right here shows me that he's going to silence all of them by any means necessary. And that's exactly what he's doing, man. And like for for the way that he came into the ranks, you know what I'm saying, starting off, coaching high school as an OC, and then having a head coaching job, and then getting the job at Jackson State, which was he said it was a door opener for him because he didn't expect to get no head coaching job. But I don't know how Deion gonna say that when he is Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
Deion
Like
Sanders, yeah.
Deion Sanders. But he took that job, and then he won back-to-back SWAC championships, and that team was undefeated and doing a thing. And then, after 3 years, came to Colorado. So he doing his thing, man. Before you know it, he gonna be at another Power 5, bigger, better Power 5 school, because I know he gonna keep moving up the ranks. That's just his personality. But the team is rallying around him because I would have loved to play with and for Coach Prime, dog. Because just the motive, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the way he get down, like the way he talk to his players, and he can relate, and he, you know what I'm saying? He's, it's just so fire to see this whole thing unfold right in front of your eyes, bro. It's dope to me, bro.
People that he's gonna bring into the program to come and talk to you. So if at some point in time, whenever that may be, I doubt it will ever happen, that he can't motivate you, I'm gonna bring somebody else in that's gonna motivate you. Or it's gonna be like I don't know if you remember, but how USC was, where they used to have all these celebrities at their practice, sitting there on Miami. That's how I feel like Colorado of all places. So remember, we were saying when he first decided to go to Colorado, we were like, or some people were like, Colorado? Why would you go to Colorado? Well, listen, if you build it, they will come. And so
100%.
everybody is coming to see Coach Prime. They want to be a part of the hype. They want to jump on the bandwagon. And I mean, as of right now, like you said, the score is 23-7, and they only won one game last year. They're already about to double that in the second game of the season of how many wins they had from last year. So he's definitely looking like Colorado made the right decision. He's made the right decision, and he is the guy that can, make changes in programs. And we always say in coaching, it's not always about the X's and O's. It's about the Jimmys and Joes. And he brought in he got rid of the people that he didn't want, brought in the people that he does want. They still have some improvement to do because they gave up a ton of yards last week.
They did.
Like they clamping down this week, but their defensive line and offensive lines may need some upgrading. But I mean, their special team, their skill guys are top notch, superior guys.
They skill guys are definitely top notch. I don't even think they need to, because I don't even think. Well, I watched the whole game, and I think he got sacked 3-4 times. But I think the offensive line did well. I think they pass protected well. I think they ran blocked well, because you got Edwards going over 100 yards and had 3 touchdowns. You got
he had 100 yards receiving, not rushing.
Oh, though. You're right about that. But I mean, they just going crazy, bro. They going crazy, man. And I said this to you before we started recording. If Shedeur Sanders keep playing the way he playing, Buddy gonna be up for a Heisman, because this might sound ignorant for me, but I think ain't Colorado in the Power 5? They Pac-12, right?
Yeah. So this year they're in the Pac-12. Next year they're going to the Big 12.
There you go. So they about to go crazy, man. And being in the Power 5 and they showing up the way they showing up now, I ain't gonna say that they gonna be in the running for the college football playoff after they just went 1-10 last year. They probably gonna make a bowl game, I would assume. You know what I'm saying? But if they keep playing the way they playing, bro, they got a real chance to, number one, be ranked in the country after being 1-11 last year.
Well, they already are ranked. They're 22 right now.
See, you can see where my head be at sometimes, but it's crazy, bro. They were just 1-11 last year, and they just beat TCU, who was the number 17 team coming into the season, and now they rank number 22 in the country. Like, Coach Prime doing his thing, man. Because Clemson just got beat up. They just got beat up last week, and I'm a Clemson fan, man. I'm a Clemson fan, man. You know what I'm saying? I am a Clemson fan. I'm a Colorado fan just off of GP, just because Coach Prime doing his thing. But man, it's looking good for college football this year, man. And I'm excited to keep watching, bro. I'm excited to keep watching.
It feels good to be validated, though, because both you and I, we jumped on the bandwagon at Jackson State.
Indeed.
We removed ourselves from Jackson State. You went to HBCU, so you always hold pride for any HBCU. You'll carry that flag. I'm kind of a second class citizen,
chill out
of the HBCU. All of my friends went to HBCU, so I understand the pride and all that you guys have for HBCUs. not unfortunately, but I went to a PWI. So when he went from Jackson State to Colorado, I understood the move, and I took my bags and I carried them with him to Colorado as well. And it feels
Facts.
good to be validated, because we knew what type of coach he was. We knew what type of motivator he was. We knew if he could do it at Jackson State, he definitely can do it at a bigger school. And like you said, it's just going to continue to go. So we might not have thought that he was going to have this type of success. I mean, it's
True.
still early in the season, so anything can happen. But right now, it's looking like they're one of the best teams, if not the country, definitely in the conference that they're in. And
For
so
sure.
it just feels good to be validated that we know what we're looking at. We know that he is the man to get the job done. Again, we might not have thought it was going to be this fast, but to expect him not to be successful at Colorado, I can't understand why anybody outside of football and in the media would think any different when you saw who he was as a player, playing 2 sports professionally, 2 games in one day, and then moving into coaching, and he's still showing that he can get men and players around him to play well. So it just feels good to be validated. I hope this continues for him, especially if they're up right now still,
They are.
today, and
Yep.
then can go to a bowl game. That would be
That would
icing
be
on the cake,
amazing. That would
100%.
be
If you go
amazing.
from 1-11 to a bowl game for
Because
Colorado,
you win 7 games, you go to a bowl game automatically,
6
right?
games.
6 games. Got you.
Yeah, and
Got
if you have a high enough GPA as a team or something like that, if you win 5 games and somebody else can't go, then they may ask you to come to a bowl game.
Got you. Well, it's already looking like they're gonna win. They're gonna be 2-0 after this because they just scored again. It's 30-7. So,
Okay.
yeah, they're about to go crazy. I can assure you, I'm gonna make a bold prediction. They're going to a bowl game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also say they're gonna go to a big time bowl game because I think they're gonna win 10 games this year.
You think so? You think
I
10?
think they're gonna win 10.
I
I
mean,
think
they
they're gonna
have
win 10
Oregon
games.
next week, I believe. They have to play USC, who's pretty good. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think they'll win 10 games this year. I think they'll be 10. I think I'm gonna say 9. I'm gonna say 9-3. I'm gonna say 9-3. I think they
I'll
win
say
9
they
games.
win 7 games. I'll say
7?
I'll teeter it. If I have to go under, I will say over on 6.
Over on 6? Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. So yeah, y'all remember this. 2 complex crew. I said 9, D-Lo said 7, so we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Oh, he said over 6, so I give him that buffer.
Yeah, so 7. Just say 7.
Got you.
Yeah.
Bet.
All right, man. So Reggie Bush is trying to get his Heisman Trophy back. That was taken from him or he actually gave it up, but the NCAA asked him to give his trophy back in 2010 after they said it's been floated or that they had evidence that he was paid to play at USC. Sticks, what's your thoughts on this and how do you feel about Reggie Bush, after all these years coming out and trying to get his Heisman Trophy back?
Well, so if Reggie Bush played today, no problem at all, because they have so many different name, image, likeness, NIL rules now to where all of these players, you got players in college right now. We just talked about Shedeur Sanders, who are millionaires off of their name, image, and likeness. Reggie Bush's story is a little bit different because he played
Williams.
Huh?
Caleb Williams, the quarterback at USC, is
facts.
You look at any commercial now, you can see Caleb Williams.
He all over the place. The place, man. And like I said, man, Reggie Bush situation is a little bit different because he played in the early 2000s or the mid to late 2000s, and he was electrifying. The best player in the country. No, hands down, the best player in the country. If y'all, if nobody know, if you're watching this right now, you don't know who Reggie Bush is, go on YouTube and go see Reggie Bush highlights, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. The most electrifying player in the country, bar none.
Reggie Bush
no
is.
problem.
Our demographic knows who.
Our demographic knows who it is, but if you don't, go check him out.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like, and I'm gonna get to what I think about him going back forward now in a minute. But what I didn't like is that whenever all these things came out, and they said that he was a pay for play, meaning that somebody in his family or him was accepting money from somebody in the organization or outside the organization to play for USC. And what I didn't like is that the NCAA completely erased this man from NCAA history. That's what I didn't like. I can understand maybe the Heisman being tainted if you have evidence, you take the Heisman from him. But to delete all of his stats and records is crazy to me, bro.
Crazy.
That is crazy to me. You can't we have the film. We know the man played. But to take everything away from him, to me is so crazy, bro. Like, and I agree. Reggie trying to take this thing by force. He taking him to court. He filing a defamation suit. It's a whole case out of this thing because he was treated unfairly. He was treated unfairly because they say they had evidence, but then they don't have evidence, and there's a lot going on with Reggie Bush as far as what's going on. But, bruh, like, I don't fuck with it. What you think, D-Lo?
I mean, first off, I think 100% Reggie Bush should get his Heisman Trophy back. They should reinstate all of his records. USC should be the games that they had to forfeit. They should be put back in the books as well. My question is why didn't he do all of this when it first came out in 2010 and he had to give it back?
True.
Why wait? What? 13 years to finally say, all right, man, you know what, man, y'all tripping. Y'all was tripping then, you tripping now still. Let me get my Heisman Trophy back, put my records back in the book, let USC go have those games back that they won, and he couldn't even walk on USC's campus for a decade. So 2020 was when he was able to go back to USC. But and let me be a free man amongst the football world. I mean, I guess he was technically free. Oh, he was free, not technically, but he was on sports. He was a sports analyst and all that. But I mean, my question is why all of a sudden now you feeling like you need to do all this, and why not do it back then? And I mean, I know Reggie Bush was the flip side of that. I know he was he's pretty chill. He's pretty laid back. So he was in the league at the time when they vacated his Heisman Trophy. So maybe he didn't want all that drama. He had just broken up with Kim Kardashian. He might have been feeling some type of way. He didn't want to add pile on. And I know you hate to hear that name, but he probably didn't want to pile on more to a bad situation and make it even worse and make himself feel like a drama queen or king in the midst of a football season. But I'm just like, man, if you felt this way now, I'm sure you would have felt that way then. Why not say, I'm gonna fight this now rather than wait 13 years.
Wait 13
let
years.
It kind of die down, and then now you bringing it back up. But I 100% think he should have his Heisman Trophy. It should have never been vacated from him in the first place, because realistically, if they're saying Reggie Bush was being paid to play, I mean, shit, it's a documentary on Netflix where Johnny Manziel was blatantly saying he was getting paid to sign autographs while he was playing at Texas A&M. And I 100% believe every Heisman Trophy winner since Charles Woodson was probably getting some type of money under the table to play college football at the respective universities that they were. So yeah, definitely give Reggie Bush his trophy back.
He needs to have that, man, because he definitely deserves it. And I want to say that the reason why it took him so long to build it, I think he was just trying to build a case. And maybe if it was me, bro, I would be worried about it the moment it happened. Like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, the moment y'all taking away my Heisman after y'all seen, just because y'all have what is really false allegations of me being paid for play, none of it is true. Y'all defaming me, y'all banning me from USC's campus, y'all doing all of these things, and I'm in the NFL for the things that I've done on this field. And and from what I do know, and I got to do a little bit more research on it just because we're gonna keep up with this story and see if he actually gets his Heisman back. But from what I do know is that his dad accepted some money from somebody, not that it was for Reggie though. You know what I'm saying? And they bought a house with the bread and this, that, and the third, and yada yada yada. And of course, Reggie being a college student, he maybe reaped the benefits from what was going on that his dad did, but it wasn't for Reggie to play at USC and be paid for play as they're alleging. So, like, it has nothing to do with the man Reggie Bush. Maybe somebody behind the scenes did something that kind of snowballed into him, but it ain't got nothing
Yeah.
to do with Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's how you
mean,
face. What was you about to say?
that's 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 textbook workaround to get kids money. I think it's just it is what it is. It's what college football was. We all believe that college football is the farming system for the NFL or professional ranks,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
even basketball for the sake they got to go to the NCAA for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you want good players, if they're not going to come willingly, you might be able to persuade them some other way. And I'm not saying that Reggie Bush took money 100%, but
Yeah.
for what I do know, there has been there's been widespread under the table money being given to. I mean, the movies that you see, um, Blue Chips, the program stuff like that. This
Mm-hmm.
stuff is not made up. Like
It's not. It's
they
not.
get it from
Yeah.
somewhere. So I
Trust
mean,
me. I try.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
wasn't the one receiving any money, but I
I,
listen.
I plead the fifth. And
Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like, it's 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 just it is what it is. The thing that hit me in the article that I read, because I also wrote a paper about black athletes in college sports and how they
Mm-hmm.
are manipulated and oppressed, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
um, in college sports. But the thing that hit me was the attorney, the co-counsel that's working on Reggie's defamation case.
Mm-hmm.
He basically said that the NCAA is a plantation mentality where they treat athletes as indentured servants while sharing none of the bounty.
Mm.
I mean, now that was the model. It
Mm.
still is the model, so to speak. That was the model, especially when Reggie and we were playing college football.
Mm-hmm.
You started to
Mm-hmm.
see all of these coaches making large sums of money. The school starting to all of a sudden put up these wonderful facilities, and the presidents and the school just putting up facilities all over the place and fattening their pockets while we couldn't even take a cheeseburger from a booster or get any type of help outside of our college education, and that's all we needed to have while we
Right.
sitting and watching everybody else reap the benefits off the work that we were doing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not saying the coaches didn't put any work, because they definitely
Of
did
course.
and have, but we were the product on the field. So but we were not reaping the benefits now. And I guess this is probably another reason why Reggie Bush is trying to get his Heisman back. Like you mentioned earlier, now you have the NIL, where it's basically the wild, wild west. You can say that this is an endorsement for a
Mm-hmm.
company, but really it could be a booster just giving you some money. And
Right.
we're saying it's coming from an endorsement from XYZ company that was just made 2 months ago.
Facts, man. And it's crazy because just to go back to what you said, bro, when we was in school, like we couldn't do nothing, bro. We couldn't take no money. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do none of that. And I'm a flashback because when I was at North Carolina Central University, HBCU
Mhm.
represent, and we won back-to-back CIAA championships, won a Black College National Championship, undefeated season 2 years in a row, going crazy, right? My whole college career, I'm rocking Russell uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Can't wear Nike on the field unless you cover up the Nike sign. Come back the next year after after I left and went to the league and come back and I went back to school, the whole football team got Nike uniforms. It can wear anywhere. I'm like, what the like? But it's the work that we put in and we couldn't benefit from, and the university benefits from, and the people after us benefited from, especially now with NIL deals and all of that. Like, yo, it's like you said, it's the wild, wild west, man. Not to mention you got the transfer portal, and you can whoever's if you're not getting what you want here, the playing
Yeah,
time and the bread, you can see who out there trying to give you more playing time and bread. So it's like
100%.
it's the wild, wild west, man. And like I said, if Reggie Bush existed now, he would have no problems, no
$10
problems at
million
all.
a year.
What?
Easy.
As good as he was? his
Easy.
contract in the college would be NFL numbers, dog, signing
Yeah.
bonus numbers. What you
Yeah.
mean? What?
Yeah.
And look, and I pray to God that he gets it back. I think he will. I think he'll get
He'll
his
get it
Heisman
back.
back.
I think he will.
He'll get his records back, and everything will be made well, man. But the way that they did Reggie, terrible, dog.
Yeah.
Terrible, dog.
100%. 100%. Let's move on to sticking with football
Bet.
and sports, since we've talked about Coach Prime and then Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
NFL starting this week. Well, it's already started. The
Yeah.
Chiefs and the Lions played Thursday, with the Lions
Come
surprisingly
out on
beating the
top,
Chiefs.
21-20. Man,
What are you looking for this NFL season, and what are you expecting to see, or what are you excited to see with this year?
man, I'm excited to see just to have sports back because, of course, we've been in a lull over the summer, of course, because there's nothing but baseball, and as good as a sport as baseball is, man, I'm not a baseball fan. Dog. I don't watch baseball like that.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Braves by default because that was the closest team to Fayetteville, North Carolina at the time, as far as baseball. And our best friend Marcus, he's a baseball player, so we support our boy. But as far as
We gotta
watching
get him
baseball,
on the show, man.
we gotta get him
We gotta
on the
find
show,
a way to get him on the show.
We got to, man. But as far as watching baseball on TV, I ain't watching baseball, dog. I can't sit there and watch 9 innings for 3 hours. Them, swinging the stick at the ball. I can't do it. And I'm just happy that. It was just doing like this, but but let's get it. Put it back together. Bring it back together. But I'm just happy to have. I ain't gonna say real sports, but sports that I love back. I'm really happy to have sport because over the summer it's been soccer and baseball. Don't watch neither one of those. Hockey's back in session, but I don't watch none of those sports. Give me football and basketball, bro. So football is here now. College started last week. NFL started 2 days ago. You're gonna have basketball coming up in a couple of months. Give me sports back, bro, and I'm excited to see that. But what I'm excited to see, man, is I want to see, and I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't even know who's your favorite.
I really don't have a.
I know. I was about to say I don't think you have one, but
yeah, I really don't have one. But growing up, I used to love. It's fitting now because my cousin plays for them. But I used to love the Detroit Lions. I loved Barry Sanders. And I mean, you used to be around the house. Every kid growing up back in the day. And still, athletes nowadays, I'm sure, used to be around the house juking and doing moves and stuff. I used to watch Barry Sanders highlights and try to do the stuff, but I was too tall, wasn't a running back. But yeah, man. So I don't really have, as of right now, I don't have a team. I guess if you want to say by default, it's the Panthers because I live right here in Charlotte. Yeah. But truthfully speaking, if they win, it is what it is. If they lose, it is what it is. So I kind of cheer for players, and that's basketball too. So.
Yeah, and I'm a Cowboys fan at heart, man. I've been a Cowboys fan all my life, and what I'm excited to see is how. And I'm a realistic. I know I said this a couple of times on this podcast. I'm a realistic Cowboys fan. I don't come into the season saying they're gonna win the championship, they're going to the championship, yada yada yada. If they suck, I'm gonna tell you they suck. And these last few years they've been ass, and I'm gonna tell you that they ass. Period. But I'm just excited to see how Dak bounces back because, you know what I'm saying, we gave Tony Pollard a contract. We got rid of Zeke. Zeke is now in New England. And I want to see how
right? Zeke was his man, wasn't
Zeke, they came in together. Yeah, that was his boy. Yeah. They came in together and they got rid of Zeke. But Zeke, the last couple of years, ever since he got that contract, he'd been slowly just tailing off. And Tony Pollard was taking the reins of that backfield anyway, because he was more electrifying. He was a better pass catcher. And over the years, he became a stronger runner only because Zeke gained so much weight and he ended up being the power back. But I'm ready to see how Dak, and I don't like Dak as my quarterback. I don't. And
you've said that multiple times.
I have. I can't stand because he's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Dak is good. I mean, he's always, every single year he's always ranked top 10, top 12 in the NFL. He's always been ranked that way because he is a good quarterback. He just he throws so many. He led the league in interceptions last year. So I'm excited to see with the revamped offense.
How many games did he miss?
Last year he missed 3. He missed 3 games.
Okay, so he played only almost
He played 14 games.
three quarters of the games,
Mm-hmm.
and threw
And
the
threw the
most
most
picks.
interceptions in the league. Yes, he led the
Is that a
league in
consistent? Is
pick.
that consistent? I don't really follow the
Well,
Cowboys and stats like that in
nah,
football.
it's not consistent with Dak. He did last year, but he does he does too much on the field sometimes. Like
I got
he
you.
makes very very dangerous throws, but most of the time he's high risk, high reward. Put it
Yeah.
that way. He's a very high risk, high reward quarterback, and I'm just want to see how he bounces back because every single year the Cowboys are up there to win the NFC East, to go to the NFC Championship, and to do all of these things, and they always let me down, bro. So I'm always the one that's gonna come in the season and say, "Fuck them." If they do good, I'm gonna pull for them. If they trash, I'm gonna tell you they trash. But I want my
Yeah.
boys to win, though. I want my boys to win, and I pull for the Panthers too because it's a hometown team, and as long as they ain't playing the Cowboys, I'm going for the Panthers. But it's just I want to see how they do, man. What you looking forward to this year, bro?
I mean, it's a couple of things that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the new faces in the new places. You have DeAndre Hopkins with the Titans. You have
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, and
Mm-hmm.
the Jets have a lot of anticipation on how good they'll be this year.
They have a
Not
great
only
offense brewing right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
they have a good offense, but apparently they've been touting on Hard Knocks. They got the best D line in the league, and Quentin Williams is
Mm-hmm.
special. So we'll see
And Sauce
what
in
they
the
look
back
like. And
on the
so,
back
I
end
mean,
too.
their
Yep,
defense was superior last year. So now
it
you
was
add
great. They
Aaron
just couldn't score.
Rodgers and a couple of receivers to the fold, along with
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Wilson, who was there last
Mm-hmm.
year. And so they have a lot of anticipation. I'm looking forward to. So you mentioned Zeke getting the money and then tapering off. I'm looking forward to all of these newly minted high dollar contracts that these guys have signed. You saw Joe Burrow is now the richest quarterback in or player
Player in NFL
in
history.
NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Bosa, was it Nick Bosa just signed a
He just got one.
contract?
Yep.
Lamar Jackson signed a contract last summer or
Mm-hmm.
earlier this summer.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how they play. You have these new coaches in the area, in new teams. So Sean Payton with the
With the
Broncos, who
Broncos.
were
Yep.
terrible last year. So and see
Horrible.
how Russell Wilson bounces back from, everybody saying Russell Wilson's washed up, he's trash now. So I want to see how he bounces back. It's just just I think it's going to be a good year because of all of the drama that's going to be around it. And now that we have a podcast, you and I can kind of dissect it and talk about it each
Mm-hmm.
and every week. I think it gives me a lot to look into. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a lot of anticipation, and I'm interested to see what the season brings. I don't really know if I want to. I'm ready to say who I think will be in the Super Bowl,
That was gonna be my next
but
question. What's your prediction, bro? What's your prediction?
but if I had to take a guess, mm, well, based off of Thursday, I don't think it's going to be Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't think so
Um,
either. I was gonna say that.
um, even though you can never really count Patrick Mahomes out, but he
You
didn't
can't.
have Travis Kelsey, which was one of his, who has always been his major weapon, even when Tyreek Hill left. But I don't think the Chiefs will be in Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the. I'm gonna say the Eagles will come out the NFC again. I know you don't want to hear that with your Cowboys, but I say
Look,
the Eagles.
look. I told you I'm
The Eagles
realistic.
will
I don't
come.
think the motherfuckers going no way. So you can say it if you want
I think
to. I don't
I
care.
think the Eagles come out of the NFC,
Mm-hmm.
and I think either because Justin Herbert just signed a new contract too.
Mm-hmm.
I think either the Chargers or I don't want to do this because I think the Jets. I think the Jets
Really?
come out
Okay. And
the NFC.
that's dope. Who I said I think was gonna be in there is I'm gonna go on record and say that I agree with you. I think the Eagles gonna go back. I think the Eagles gonna go back, and it's gonna be against the Bengals this year.
Mm, yeah,
Eagles and
the
Bengals.
Bengals are going to be good.
Eagles and
I
Bengals.
don't know, man. The Jets defense was
They're
top
so
notch
good.
last year.
Yeah,
And now you add Aaron Rodgers, who they had the weapons last year. They
they
just didn't
did.
have a quarterback.
Nope.
And so if Aaron Rodgers plays how he's been playing, because he was in the MVP contention last year. Did he win it? No, Patrick Mahomes won MVP
Patrick
last
Mahomes
year.
won it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he was in MVP contention with the
Mm-hmm.
receivers that he had in Green Bay. So if he continues to play how he has been playing traditionally, and the play calling, the only thing is the play calling for them is the head coach that was with the Broncos last year. And
Yeah,
I don't know much about them, but I know that they looked bad last year. The
they did.
Broncos did. Now that could be a mixed bag of a ton of things. Russell Wilson may be washed. O line might be trash, or the players just couldn't grasp his system. But I know him and Aaron Rodgers had some type of history together, so it may just be second nature that they get back together and it clicks like fireworks. So,
But see, I
um,
also want to say too, though, you talking about Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, like.
well, don't disrespect.
No,
I know. We talk
and
about
I'm not.
Russell
Oh,
and
hold on,
others.
now, hold on. Let me
Okay,
finish.
go ahead. My bad.
Let me
Go ahead. Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
You
Go
know what
ahead.
I'm
Go
saying?
ahead.
I'm gonna do you
My
like
fault.
Kanye. I'm gonna do you like Kanye. Hold on, I'm gonna let you. Don't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
don't Kanye
yeah,
me
yeah.
now. Don't
You're
yay
right.
me.
You're right. Go
Don't
ahead. My
yay
bad.
me now.
Yeah.
Now we all know what Russell Wilson did when he was here, because y'all know I'm in Washington. When he was here in Seattle, we all know what
Yeah.
he did. You know what I'm saying? And the way I felt about Russ was that he got greedy, chased the bread, but he was
Mm-hmm.
also done. He was also his last year here, he was also done real bad. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That last year, his contract. So I can understand why he left, but I think he also chased the money. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, and what I'm saying is that although Russ Wilson is a really, really good, he's a really good quarterback. He had a bad season, here over there in Denver. But if you if you starting the team, are you picking Russ? Or you picking Aaron? And I also think that Aaron is going to have a lot
It's a
more
great
free.
question.
He's going to have a lot more free reign in that offense. He's going to be able to make a lot more play calls. To
Yeah.
me, he's just a more cerebral quarterback than what Russell Wilson is personally.
Yeah.
And if there's a play that he feels like that coach is sending in that he don't like it, he sees something in that defense. Hey, hold up, we gonna run this shit. And
Yeah.
I don't think Russ had that same reign as what Aaron is gonna have with the Jets. And I just think Aaron is gonna make that coach look better than what Russell Wilson did. I think.
I think the defense is going to make them both look good.
I think so too. I think so too.
Because you don't anticipate, and we don't want to drag this on too long, but you
Yeah.
don't anticipate Aaron Rodgers throwing too many picks like Wilson, Luke Wilson, and the other quarterback. I think his name Mike White did. Like even though
Mm-hmm.
Mike White played better than it's Luke Wilson, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Luke Wilson. Yeah.
Luke Wilson did last year towards the end of the year. But with Aaron Rodgers, you don't anticipate him making too many turnovers. So if the defense can keep any team within under 14 points, you would expect that the Jets could score 21 points. So that's winning football. So
Agreed.
and for that reason, for that defense, if they play like they played last year, and for them having Aaron Rodgers and the weapons that they have, along with Dagon Cook that came in from he was a free agent, but he left Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ton of weapons. You expect them to be in the Super Bowl.
You expect them to be at least in contention because they do
Yeah,
have, like D'Lo said, the best defense in football from last year, which I believe was the best defense in football, in my opinion. And they
yeah,
now have Aaron Rodgers and weapons. They have a better quarterback with the same weapons and a couple more weapons that they brought in.
right.
The Jets gonna look good. The Jets gonna surprise a lot of people. I don't
I
even
don't
think
think
it's
they're
gonna
gonna
be a
surprise.
surprise.
Yeah, it's not
I
gonna be a
don't think it's gonna
surprise.
be a surprise
Yeah,
for real. Yeah, it's gonna look
yeah,
good. I'm looking forward to the football season, man. I think it's gonna be fun to watch. I think it's a lot of disparity across the league to where there could be a lot of good teams. There's gonna be a lot of good games. So
yep,
I'm looking forward to the season this year, bro.
yep.
Yep. Moving on to the next topic, man. So I know we talk a lot about child support and things of that nature. We've done a couple of segments on it, and it's been men here recently that have had it. We talked about Erica Mena and Safari. We talked about Kevin Costner and his wife. But now we're on the flip side of things. And here recently, Halle Berry, formerly the most beautiful woman in the world, bar none. She's still beautiful now.
Matter of opinion. She's still beautiful. It is
She's
what
still
it is.
beautiful. It is what it is. But she's been going through a now 8 year divorce.
8 year.
Now an 8 year divorce settlement with her former husband. And she's now having she's been sent, not I'm talking about sentence like she's going to jail. She has been she's being told to pay him $8,000 a month in child support for their children. Now, D'Lo, how do you feel about this whole situation going on with Halle and her former husband, sir?
I'm very tired of hearing about celebrities and child support.
Telling you, bro.
It's just getting old. I mean, I know in America, the divorce rate is very high.
Very, very high.
At one point in time, it was 50%. I don't know if it's going down or if it's going up. I would imagine it may have gone up, especially after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But this,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but that was
what
you got a point. No, it's just like
after COVID.
Sometimes people realize who people are. You know what I'm saying? When they have to spend an extended amount of time with
them. Yeah. I mean, you had a lot of things increased in relationships when COVID hit. For good and bad, divorce may have increased. I didn't look at the stats to see. Domestic violence, I know for sure did increase, but also whether people wanted it to or not, pregnancies also increased because
they did.
What else were you doing?
Pandemic babies came out, bro.
Yeah, I had me one. But
hey, it's all good.
But
nah, don't talk about my nephew like that. No, just play.
No, listen, man.
It's all good. I know.
I'm tired of this, man. But in regard to this, she agreed to pay for in the settlement. She agreed to pay for the child's private school tuition. She agreed to pay for the school supplies and any extracurricular activities that it's a boy that he partakes in. On top of that, they also will be sharing physical and legal custody of the kid. So, she's you know better than me how what that means. But my understanding of it is that not only does the father have equal say in what goes on with the child, he also can see the child or can have the child at least half the time or whenever it's accessible to him with no issues, right? So on top of all of that, he then gets $8,000 per month and any 4.3% of any income she makes over $2 million. Maybe I'm too prideful, but as long as if you take care of all of the stuff that the kids, the school supplies, extracurricular activity, maybe a few clothes here and there, as long as you allow me to see my kids and I can have say so with what goes on with them, man, keep your damn money. Pay me an alimony. See, my thing is, and I know I draw answers out along.
No, you're good. Do your thing.
My thing is with child support, people use the child support to get what they think they should get in alimony, but they know they're not going to get. So in order to make up for it, they ask for exorbitant amounts of money in child support. And in the grand scheme of things, I know we've talked about way larger amounts than $8,000.
Way larger
amounts.
$213,000 a month from Kevin Costner is crazy, bro. Crazy.
Yeah. So
but anyway, go ahead.
But I feel like maybe I'm too prideful, but the child support thing is just getting old to me. The system needs to be revamped both ways.
100%. It really does, man. And I feel the same way as you, bro. To be perfectly honest with you, because just to give you a little bit of a rundown, I have joint custody of my daughter. I don't have. I do have. Joint custody meaning that
that's
do
what they
have,
right? That's what Halle Berry and the
sharing physical custody is better than having just joint. Okay. My daughter's mom has full physical. I just have joint. So I do have, even though, shout out to Sam's mom. She's not putting she's not putting no parameters on what I can do.
OG.
But being big time OG, right? But I have parameters on when I can see Sam. I'm supposed to only see her, weekends and in split holidays and every day for the summer. That's my parameters. But having
But you took
full
it upon
physical.
yourself to do other stuff.
You see what I'm saying? And because she could have never
And
said
she
I was
had
a
no
bad dad.
issue with it.
No
Yeah.
issue with it, right? So say for instance, if something happened to where I got custody of Sam, and there was a whole situation about how much, bro. Keep your bread, bro. I'm the same way.
Right.
Keep your money. Your money going to your household. I could take care of Sam on my own. If you want to do
Right.
anything, make sure you seeing Sam, and make sure you
Right.
helping with you doing your thing as far as school clothes and school supplies. And if I do hit you up and say I need something for Sam, then you
Right.
should have no problem all right, bet. So do your thing just for the child. I don't need nothing
Right.
for myself. I can take care of myself. And that's what a lot of
Yeah.
these child support situations happen. They go into is what they think they deserve as a person, but they're using the kids as pawns. And that's what I don't like, bro. I don't like that. I have because and okay, hold on.
Yeah. Slow down. It's all right. Take your time.
No. I'm not talking about, I'm not getting riled up. Sometimes I do when they come to child support, because some dudes deserve to be on child support because they make guys like us look bad, right?
Right.
But I'm gonna hesitate to say this because I might rile some people up. But it's funny how you see this situation with Halle Berry and Olivier Martinez, and in this situation, the woman is being asked to pay child support, and the man is just accepting what comes with it. Cool. Whatever you give me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
cool with.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of situations, when it's vice versa, that woman
And
gonna ask for
it's
more.
about equal. The
Right.
situation is
Yeah.
relatively equal, so to speak.
Relatively
Yes.
equal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at this situation with Halle Berry and you go back to the Costners, Miss Costner was fighting for so much more money. And I want to say that most of the time, women fight for more. And in some instances, they deserve that much. They deserve more because that man
Mm-hmm.
ain't doing what he's supposed to do. But whenever you talk about a man who is doing what he's supposed to do, and a lot of spite comes into the situation, and I know it happens on the men's side too. Like, I ain't gonna say that the men don't get spiteful and they say maybe it's just not reported because I've not seen it, honestly. But I'm sure there's some spite that goes into it, some things behind the scenes that we don't see. But whenever you talk about stuff like this, you know, I don't understand why it's so give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand
Well,
that. It's
I
just weird
mean,
to me.
I understand it. Um, if you think about it traditionally, before, I don't know, whenever the time frame was, but when women didn't work
Mm-hmm.
and they were strictly housewives and
Mm-hmm.
stay-at-home moms,
Yeah.
you had husbands out here running around doing whatever they want to, and then get a divorce, and the mother's left with nothing. She has no work experience. She has
Yeah.
no money to her name.
Yeah.
I get it. That's when the system was made. Okay, we need to take care of these mothers that don't have anything to their name, and now they're on
Mm-hmm.
their own. They have to figure out what to do. I get that,
Yeah.
but for the most part, we don't live in that system anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Women work. They're outside the house working. They
Mm-hmm.
don't strictly take care of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They do have their own money. They do have their own things to their name. So to say that we're still living in this, and that's every system in America. The school system the industrial school system that we live in now needs to be revamped.
Mm-hmm.
The child support system needs to be
Needs to be
revamped.
revamped.
It's
Yep.
just everything is old and archaic now.
Yeah, it is.
But to say that living in 2023, where I want to say, I guess I need to start really looking up hard factual numbers, but I'm just giving a rough ballpark here. I would dare to say 75% of women have some type of occupation um, outside of the home. Then it may be a little bit high, so give or take a couple of points or maybe a
Yeah.
few,
Percentages, yeah.
but more women work outside the home than not. And so when it comes down to it, they're really just taking advantage of the situation. They're
Mm-hmm.
taking advantage of the system, and everybody takes advantage of the system to some degree when they have the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to do so. But I said it last time that we talked about child support. I'm gonna say it again. It needs to be a scale, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever the person makes when they get to a certain point, you can't give any more. and go
Yeah.
from there. Yeah, but but long story short, I understand why women do it, because traditionally they did not. When divorces happened, they were the ones that were in the house, and now they don't have any experience, and
Yeah.
so to offset that and make sure that they're set down the line, the money is
The
transferred
money is
from the
transferred.
husband
Yeah.
to the wife.
And I'm not here to say that all women do this. Some do, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And some do take advantage of the system. Some deserve to get more because of the way the man is in the situation. If he is truly deadbeat, then he don't, you know what I'm saying? But there is a lot of situations where that is not the case. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But I just, it was just interesting to see. We always see child support that the man is going to have to pay, and this was just an interesting situation to see that a woman celebrity is going through that same situation, and just to kind of talk about it and see what we think, man. And it's not the exorbitant amount of the costumes, of course, um,
Hmm.
but she gonna have to pay something, and
Yeah.
it just seems because it looks like $96,000 a month is what Mr. Martinez is going to get just in child support, and
1,000 or 100, 9,600
96,000. I didn't say a month. Didn't mean to say a month. I meant to say a year.
a
So
year. I
because
got you.
yeah, so 96,000 is what he's going to be getting a year in just child support, and then that 4.3% of whatever she makes could be whatever number. So if that comes out to be 120K, he gonna get he gonna get 200,000 a year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know Halle ain't gonna stop working. She's gonna keep doing the thing, and I know she's not gonna just be spiteful off of what the ruling is. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I commend her for that for sure.
Well,
But
she
it's
can't
just
work right
different.
now because they on strike.
That's true. That's true. That's true. They are on strike.
Yeah.
They've been on strike for a minute, Lo. But that's
Yeah.
that's not that's another topic. But I mean,
Hmm.
we gonna see how this thing play out. I mean, it was just a different type of story, so that I kind of wanted to touch on. And finally, the divorce is over after 8 freaking years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't understand why it took that long, but I guess just stalling and trying to see who get what and da 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 da. But 8 years is kind of crazy. And divorce, man, just stick in there and stick it out, man. Fuck that divorce shit. I ain't with it, but
100%.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with you. Every word you said finishing out there, I agree with.
Yeah, for sure.
What we got next? We got so we talked about Halle Berry. Now we're gonna talk about Halle Bailey.
Hey, Halle Bailey.
Oh,
Halle
it's
Bailey.
Haley. It's Haley, right? Not
Haley
Halle.
Bailey. Haley Bailey.
Haley. Sorry, Haley Bailey. And apparently, um, I don't really care, but apparently she's pregnant. She's pregnant. Sticks.
apparently she. Well, it's a lot going on as far as between her and um YouTuber turn rapper DDG. And if anybody knows who he is, he's known for doing pranks, and he was kind of like he came up as a kid YouTuber, so to speak, just doing funny pranks and skits and stuff like that. Um, and he's now, of course, he's gotten older, and he's not in that realm anymore. He still does YouTube every once in a while, but it's more so just promoting his music and things like that, and which he's not a good rapper, but he is a famous YouTuber. He is a famous YouTuber. Like he is
Right.
a
So
he's using his
fan base.
platform. He's using his fan base and his platform to promote his music. He does have a couple of songs like Moonwalking on Calabasas and I'm Geeking. Those two songs are really popular on
Couldn't tell
social
you what they were
media.
if I heard them.
You probably know Moonwalking on Calabasas. You probably know I'm Geeking too, because if you're on social media, some people use them as a background of their videos as far as their reels and their TikToks. But either way, you probably heard the songs before. But he those two songs are pretty good. But the rest of the music is kind of weird. And all of this comes on the back of him making that song in his last album that just dropped about a month ago, about him basically talking down on Haley and her movie career, and how she's kissing guys on scene, and how it makes him subconscious, and he's kind of it just he's a weird dude. He honestly is a weird dude. And the fact that Disney Princess is messing with this weird YouTuber, to me, is kind of dumb. I think she could do so much better. But everybody is saying that she's pregnant because there was a video that surfaced on DDG's YouTube page that saw her walking in the background, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Be honest with you, D-Lo. She
Mm-hmm.
did look to have a belly. She did seem to have a belly. Now, mind you, she just walked into the view of the camera from the background, but she did seem a little plump in the front. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
And then she also surfaced from a couple of parties that she went to
And we're
wearing really,
sure
really
that
bad.
was her.
It would
We live in the age of AI.
yes, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Would you think she was video generated in the video? Like, nah, bro.
Hey man, listen.
That was
Maybe the
Haley
person, maybe the actual and I don't think it's not real. I'm just
Right,
giving
right,
them
right,
the
right, right.
benefit of doubt and playing devil's advocate. But that
Yeah, yeah.
may have been the actual person, but her face could have been um, put on there, deep
Blurred
faked
out.
on there.
Got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
But
just a lot of
no, I
allegations
didn't see
floating
that
around it.
video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know because you don't. This is the type of you don't really give a fuck. But it's one of those things where it's like she's been wearing a lot of baggy clothing, going to different interviews, and it seemed like
Mm-hmm.
it does seem like she's hiding something. And all of that stuff
Mm-hmm.
surfaced from that one video on his YouTube channel, and now all of a sudden she's wearing really baggy tops, not facing the camera in pictures, like. Some of the pictures that she did get caught on from paparazzi, it does seem like she has a belly under them baggy clothes. So I'm gonna say that of course this is all he say, she say, and it's all, media
Mm-hmm.
speculation and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go on record and say that I think she is. To be perfectly honest with you, I think she is.
Yeah.
And if she is, happy for them. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna always think that Haley could have did better than DDG. Because
Yeah.
I just recently got into a lot of. I actually don't watch his content. I know who he is just based off of different beefs that he's been in on YouTube with people that I actually do watch on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just a weird cat, bro. He's just a weird dude, and more power to him. Happy for him that if in fact she is pregnant, I'm happy for him. He's gonna be a father. Do your thing from two fathers to another. Make sure you there,
Mm-hmm.
brother. Make sure you there. Don't
100%.
make us look bad, bro. Don't make us look bad. But
Yeah.
it's just a lot of media speculation. I do think she's pregnant though. From what I saw, I think she's pregnant. What you think?
So I saw another video
Mm-hmm.
online. I didn't see that video of her on the red carpet. She had on like a black suit jacket, but a
Mm-hmm.
dress underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And unbeknownst to her, the person was filming,
Mm.
and they had the side view, and it did look like she had a little belly even in the blazer. It was actually a blazer in the blazer that she was wearing that was buttoned up.
Mm-hmm.
But and the internet is undefeated, and they do their homework and they do their investigation, and they pretty much can pinpoint a needle in a haystack if they really wanted to.
For sure.
But I'm going to say, just based off the video that I saw, again, I did not see that DDG YouTube video, that this is pure speculation. And even if
Yeah.
she was pregnant, so what?
So what?
We
Right.
do we do as fans, we hold our celebrities and our entertainers in a regard to where we want to hold them as close to the memory of when we first discovered them as possible.
Yeah.
Or if it's a girl, we don't want them to have boyfriends. We don't want them to get pregnant. We don't want them to have a negative image unless that's how we discover them. But
Mm-hmm.
then we also ridicule them for being humans
Right.
and doing things that we do on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Or you know, we we um we get mad when they like start to do weird shit because they can't be regular humans. We get mad at that and ridicule them for that. So I just feel like, and I liked Haley in The Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really heard her or her sister's music before. From listening to her sing in on YouTube videos and in The Little Mermaid, she definitely has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Um, it's just, I mean, if she's pregnant, great.
Great.
But my thing is, I've learned from dealing with my wife is that pregnancy is precious, and some women go through situations where either they can't get pregnant or they miscarry. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't again didn't see the video that was on YouTube, But if she's hiding it, maybe she doesn't really want people to know because she
And
doesn't,
that's understandable.
any,
Yeah.
and it's understandable. Anything could
Yeah.
happen. So now that everybody's speculating that she's pregnant, what if something happens? God forbid, if she is pregnant, now she has
Yeah.
to not only deal with the pain of that, but also the whole public news and know or speculated, and it was out in the public. So now she has to see that in eternity because what is on the internet, if it's on the internet, it's going to be there forever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't. I hope if she is pregnant, that DDG does do the right thing because I know they're not together right now, and he supports his child, which I feel like he may be weird, but I feel like he will take care of the kid,
Yeah.
and be there for him. And I don't think their situation is like Krishan and Blueface. Like
Nowhere
they don't have a
close. Nowhere
toxic.
close.
They don't have. It's
Yeah.
a toxic relationship that they have, but it's not as toxic as those two individuals.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if she's pregnant,
It's
great. If she's not, if it's speculation, we need to let celebrities live their lives and stop trying to
facts, bro. Facts.
dictate and figure out what their every move is because they're human. Let them live their lives.
Let them be human, man. And I agree with you, man, because that's just like a la Doja Cat, bro. Like when she first came out, she was she I was just gonna say it was normal, but now
Hmm.
she just, she's doing a lot of weird stuff, man. And just like because
Right.
she made a song recently about you know, just being herself and like doing a lot of weird stuff, and now people want to talk shit about her and da 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 da. But back to the point. I keep hitting this damn microphone. What's going on with me? But
It's all good.
back to the point, it's like,
I hit the desk too.
yeah. But it's like, just like D-Lo said, man, pregnancy is precious when it comes to women. Their bodies change, their hormones change, their moods, their mood swing. Like it's a lot on these women. And to be a public to be just a normal person in society and be pregnant is hard on people. It's hard to talk about people, women. It's hard on
Women.
women just to be normal, just to be a normal citizen in society is hard on women. And I can imagine it's hard on Haley just being a celebrity and being in the public eye and trying to just have a private moment. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's just whack that all of this is going around, and it's terrible how sometimes how we treat our women celebrities, especially the ones that are in these princess roles, because now you holding them to that princess theory. Now they can't be just regular women. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's just so whack, man. And people are talking about how now if she's pregnant, now she's gonna be out of that Disney model, and now she's not gonna be in Disney no more because now it's just so quote unquote tainted. Like, why are people
Hmm.
talking like this about these women, bro? Like, it's just whack to me. And it's like, just let them live their lives, bro, on some real shit.
Because it's been a sport for so long. Not
Yeah,
only just talking about women, but since social media has popped up and become so prevalent in our lives, ridiculing and having negative opinions of celebrities, people in general, really has become a sport all
yeah,
across the globe.
yeah.
That's what it is. That's what people take it as oh, I can hide behind this screen, this keyboard, say what I want to
Mm-hmm.
say, release how I feel.
With no
Maybe somebody
repercussions.
else with no repercussions, maybe somebody else will feel how I feel as well, and then I can form a community and either start a fan page or what's it called? Is it the negative page? I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah,
those are
a
out there
bash
as well.
page or something like
A
that. I don't know.
bash page, yeah,
Yeah.
and get my rocks off doing it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just a sport now that you might as well you have to take admission to give your opinions on how people are living their lives that are not you. Instead of worrying about your negative life, you got to worry about somebody else's as well as yours.
That's a fact, man. So hopefully, if she is pregnant, cool. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to her and DDG. Um, but the moral of the story, what me and D-Lo talk about, mind your business. Mind your damn business.
I mean, we gonna talk about y'all talking about them,
No, but
but
facts, big facts.
mind your business.
But mind your business.
But
Mind
mind
your
your
damn
business.
business. Don't nobody,
Yeah,
nobody, let her be a woman. Let them be a family. Mind your business. And who cares if they celebrities in the public eye? Mind your business. It ain't your
yeah.
business that she pregnant or not. So whatever. But anyway, moving on to the last topic of the day, man.
Oh, I did it again. But let's get it.
Well, let's get it. Let's get it. Don't worry
I
about it,
did
bro.
it
We
again.
good. But Pink Sauce Lady, Chef P, who became famous on TikTok for creating this pink dipping sauce, is now claiming broke and saying that her the contract that she has for the pink sauce with Dave's Gourmet has not been paying her. So she's going on and she made a GoFundMe asking for 100K because she reportedly only has $2 in her bank account and saying that she's been mistreated within this contract and now she doesn't have any money to her name. D-Lo, how do you feel about this thing going on with Chef P? And what do you what do you think? What do you think about this pink sauce pandemic, dog?
So you told me about this earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And I said, "Huh? What? What are you talking about?" And you
Who?
said,
What?
"Bro, you living on a rock? You don't know who this woman is?" Like, nah, I don't. And I be on social media a good amount of time, not
Yeah.
all the time, but I be on it a good amount of time. And typically I know what's going on throughout social media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this woman is. I never seen any of her stuff on social media. So I'm assuming her, as you said, her rise to fame was she made it. What is the sauce made out of?
It's made out of ranch and food coloring, to be perfect. That's what I remember it being. But now
Yeah.
since Dave's Gourmet has come in, it's been tweaked to make to where it's being able to be on shelves, and now it's a actual. But when she first made it, it was horrible. But go ahead, make your point. I'll talk
Okay.
about
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her rise to fame is because of this pink sauce. So she came from nothing, I'm assuming. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say nothing, but
Yeah.
she came from humble beginnings.
I'm a beginnings. Yep.
And made this pink sauce, put it online. I'm assuming people liked it. Maybe she looks like she's a attractive woman. I just see a quick clip. I don't know really what she, or not even click a picture with some chicken and the pink sauce on her
Mm-hmm.
on
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
mouth
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she looks like a relatively attractive woman. So she used that as well as the pink sauce, made a brand for herself. She's rise to fame, and then apparently maybe she signed a bad contract or has a bad deal with the people that have
Mm,
the pink sauce from her, and now she's falling back
mm,
down
mm,
to earth. So it sounds like the big man taking advantage of the little one
mm,
once
mm,
again. That's
mm.
not the case. Okay, well, but
No.
that's what it
No.
sounds like
No.
to me, not knowing much about it, not knowing anything about this woman and her sauce. That's what it sounds like to me. And I'm always going to assume the big man always taking advantage of the little man. But you tell me what's going on here.
So this is what's going on with Chef P, man, Pink Sauce Lady on TikTok. So she and you're absolutely right. Her rise to fame was, she created this pink sauce. She made a name for herself, branded it, and she started making it out of her own kitchen, packaging it, and sending it to people that wanted to try the pink sauce because she became very, very popular on TikTok. She gained a lot of virality from this pink sauce on TikTok. The only issue is again, she was making this out of her kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't know anything about USDA policies and things of that nature. So she didn't a lot of the sauces that she was sending around the country to people were different colors. Some of them were darker shades of pink. Some of them were lighter shades of pink. She didn't. The packaging was bad. So by the time they got the bottle, it was either exploded or it was molded, or there was a lot of issues going around
Mm-hmm.
Chef P. Whenever she first got her rise to fame, when she was sending it to people, people were doing TikTok. You know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Challenges.
Not necessarily challenges, but reviews. They were doing reviews on TikTok about
Okay.
the pink sauce, saying what they thought. Opening the packaging, seeing that it's all messed up, and it was a not all of them were like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing Chef P. Not all of them like that. Some people have very, very positive reviews, but I will say there were more negative reviews than there were positive reviews because she was doing it. I don't think when she first became viral, I don't think she expected the level of virality that she got.
Yeah.
So
So she was
she, wa-
trying to strike while the iron was hot.
she was trying to strike while the iron was hot, and she didn't go about it the right way as far as how she made the pink sauce. So
Okay.
there was a couple of instances where she made right in what happened with the pink sauce, but there was also a lot of instances where she didn't make right on the pink sauce. I'm gonna give you one example. She did there's a show. I don't know the name of the YouTube channel. It's a YouTube show. This black guy does a YouTube show. It's like a talk show on YouTube, and he had Chef P and one of the young ladies on there that did a review, and it was a negative review of the pink sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, this young lady is a white lady.
Okay.
Now they were talking about, but the whole. I might send you the video so you can see it. And I don't know if you necessarily care, but it was a whole situation where she was using her. To me, this is just me. She was using the fact that she's a female and the fact that she's black to overrule this young lady that was just doing a honest review of the pink sauce. It wasn't like she was bashing Chef P. It wasn't like but she wanted to help. And they had some back and forth in there, but it was like, Chef P, whenever it's when a sister girl talking to you and saying, "Hey, this was wrong," and you would make right with them, but the when it's not a sister girl, you ain't doing your thing, and you making it seem like it's black versus white. So she used that to kind of leverage herself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So now fast forward to her getting the contract. Dave's Gourmet gave her a contract. I'm not sure of the terms of the contract. I'm just be honest. But Dave's Gourmet gave her a contract back in February. Just recently, a couple of weeks ago, she came out and said she was broke. So February up until September, what's that? 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's Gourmet said that they paid her in the past 7 months $120,000.
I saw that.
What the issue to me is with Chef P is that she just didn't read her contract. She was excited that she got it. She was excited that she was in stores, and she didn't read the contract and to see exactly how much money she was supposed to get. But if I had $120,000 in 7 months, my assumption, and this is just an assumption and an opinion, I think she blew the bread. I think she blew the bread.
I would tend to agree with that, maybe,
because that's $13,000. That's $13,000 a month that you're receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, more than that, I think. No,
it's
like 16.
More than that.
Yeah. I'm about to let me do the quick math.
In 7 months.
7 months, 120,000 in 7 months.
And you said 120. Yeah, because if it was 10 months, she would have got 12,000 a month.
17,
like
14,
17. Yeah.
$17,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's taxes on there, so she probably came home with, I would say 13,000 a month.
So hell no, you tripping.
Nigga, bro, when I tell you, when I was selling cars and I would get a $10,000 check and I came home with 6, bro, I know she coming home with that.
That's what I'm telling you. You tripping. She coming home with 12, she probably came home 17,000. She probably came home with right at 10,000, maybe right 9,000.
Okay, cool. I got you. So $9,000 to $10,000. If I got $10,000 in my bank account, I'm not blowing that money. But I honestly think she did. Because there's a thing that for people who come from humble beginnings and they get a little bit of fame, especially I would say especially in our community, it tends to be more of a party than it is, more of a party than it is a career sometimes.
And so I think that's why we're saying the same things. We're just looking at it through a different lens. Mm-hmm. You're saying she didn't read her contract or whatever. I'm saying that it's the big companies taking advantage of a little person.
I see what you mean.
The reason I'm saying that is because do you think she hired a lawyer to read over that for her? I would probably say so. I think if she did. It was like at the 11th hour that she did.
Agreed.
Then she was rushed to do it.
Yeah.
But corporations deal with this type of stuff, have been dealing with this type of stuff for the last 10 years with the rise of the influencer. And so they know that they can get somebody that has built a following, sign them, so to speak, to what to them it may see like the world, a big contract, and really it's pennies. and then manipulate them and say, oh well, this was in your contract, did you read it, or this, and the person may think they're getting whatever it is that they're supposed to get, and they're getting only a fraction of it because of a stipulation or a loophole that was in the contract that allows the
Yeah.
company to do whatever they do. So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
we're
yeah.
looking at it through a different
A
lens. Yeah.
different lens. I agree. I agree. So now here recently, she has started a GoFundMe and is asking for $100,000, saying that she has
Mhm.
$2 in her bank account and she's asking for 100K. Now, I have a little bit of an issue with someone asking the community for help whenever
Mhm.
you have she has the means. She's just not either budgeting or taking care of her money well, to be perfectly
Right.
honest with you. Because if I'm coming home with, and shit, it's probably, she's an independent, she works for herself, she's getting $17,000 a month, she's getting that into her account.
Mhm.
So if she's getting $17,000 a month, of course I'm gonna put money away for taxes, but I just don't believe she's doing that. And you can't run to the community and ask for help when you're not helping yourself. That's
Well,
my issue. That's my
well,
problem.
well, well. I'll say
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with that. If you have the means, or if it's looking as if you had the means to the outside world, if
Mm-hmm.
it's been given to you, you built a platform to where you can create the funds, which seems like on a whim,
Mm-hmm.
and then you come back to the community asking for money because you actually don't have it, then yeah, you, I would understand where you have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But these platforms and these brands that have been built by these influencers, they're taking advantage of what they built. They're leveraging the
They really
work
are.
that
I can agree with that. Yeah.
they're leveraging the work that they've put in to gain the following that they have in order to um, keep themselves afloat and to right the ships, so to speak. But the reason I said well is because this instance is a negative instance. It's a negative instance, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
because she seems to have the money or have had the money from Dave's Gourmet, but she says she's broken, only has $2 in her bank account, and is asking for $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I recall, oh shoot, 3-4 years ago, when Kylie Jenner was on the verge of being the youngest billionaire ever, somebody in her um for her, not necessarily like in her party, but somebody created a GoFundMe for her, saying donate money so we can help her become the youngest billionaire ever. Like, like that's bullshit.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
if we're saying a person can't open a GoFundMe, and I know you're not saying this, but I'm just, again, playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
If a person can't open if a person who fell down on their luck by their own means, or maybe not by their own means, can't use the platform that they built to leverage money to help them get back on their feet, but somebody, for another person who has plenty, well beyond enough money, um, can leverage a platform for them to become the youngest billionaire, I don't see any issue with
I
it.
see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're
yeah.
saying. It's a bad situation for Chef
It's
P.
tricky though.
It
It's
is
tricky. It's
it
complex.
is a very, I was about to say that it's a very complex situation
Yeah.
because you've got somebody who, because she can honestly use her platform. She can use TikTok to make money. You got
Mhm.
NPCs out here. She can just go live, talk about what she's got going on, talk about her next plans with Pink Sauce, talk about maybe some potential
But what if
endorsements
she
of brand.
can't? But what
What
if
you
she
mean?
can't
If
though?
she,
What?
as long as you have, hold on, as long as you
Go ahead.
have
Go ahead.
as long as you have 1,000 followers on YouTube, on Twitch. I mean, not I'm talking about YouTube, Twitch. As long as you have 1,000 followers on TikTok, you can go live and make money on
No, no,
TikTok.
no. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. What if she can't?
Okay. I was talking about what if it's
What
in her
if?
contract saying that she can't.
Yeah. What if she can't contractually do anything outside of what Days Gourmet now says with Pink that she can do with Pink Sauce? What if she can't take advantage of those followers with the Pink Sauce per se? Now she has to go back to the drawing boards and figure out something else altogether and say, all right, this is my new product. But the pink sauce, she probably can't say anything about because she signed the
I
rights
would
over to
I
Dave's
would bear
Gourmet.
to say, D-Lo, I would bear to say that I don't think Dave's Gourmet is that dumb to say this lady made her name on TikTok. Just listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I ain't
I
saying
don't think
anything.
Dave's Gourmet is that dumb to say this lady built her platform on TikTok. She built this pink sauce on TikTok. We're gonna sign her to this contract and give to make this sauce famous, and she can't go on the platform that she created this from and talk about it. Now, mind you,
I'm not saying that.
there might be a stipulation in the contract that she might have to mention Dave's Gourmet or mention what's going. It might be something in that, but I don't see a world where a big company would take a TikTok star and tell them they can't go on TikTok and talk about what they've been doing.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is maybe contractually. So what I took from what you said about her going on TikTok and mentioning or whatever, going on TikTok to ask for, you said something with pink sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I took from that is you saying that she can now go back on TikTok with the pink sauce and say, "Hey, I'm selling pink sauce or whatever with pink sauce. Donate to this."
No.
And
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that she can leverage the money from Dave's Gourmet and make money on the side from TikTok by doing
how
lives.
though?
Because what do you mean?
I'm asking you how what do you mean she can make money on the side in doing
She
lives on
by
TikTok?
going live, if you have, as long as you have 1,000 followers on TikTok, which I know she has over 100,000 followers on TikTok, probably more than that, maybe even a million.
Yeah.
When people donate, it's just like Twitch. It's just like Twitch.
Ah, I got
People
you. I
don't
got you.
people
Okay,
donate.
okay,
You just
okay, okay.
go on live and just talk to your fans and just
I got
be
you.
entertaining. If you have
But
this
ain't that the same principle as getting a GoFundMe though?
no,
It's the same
it's
thing to
not.
me.
It's not the same thing.
How?
Because all you're doing is setting up a profile on GoFundMe, asking for money, giving a story, and people donate. What I'm saying is you shouldn't have, if you're leveraging your money from Dave's Gourmet, that they're giving you this 17K a month, and you are also doing your job on TikTok and going on live and making money from that in that same way, you shouldn't even have to make a GoFundMe because you're being smart with your money. All I'm saying is she should have been smarter because she had two jobs. She had
Mm-hmm.
Dave's Gourmet with that contract, and she doing public appearances, going to Walmarts and talking about
Right.
just doing her thing. But she also started off on TikTok. So why abandon TikTok whenever you can still make money there too? You see what I'm saying?
I, I
Because
I see what you're saying.
there's NPCs doing dumb shit on TikTok right now, making $8,000 a month off of TikTok from donations.
I get what you're
And from
saying.
TikTok paying them as well, depending on how many roses people buy, you get a percentage of those things. Like, why not just do that?
Those are
And
pennies as well. I get
you see what
what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying,
Yeah.
but I still feel like I don't see any difference in I- being the fact that we know her situation. I don't see any difference in her going on live and doing the TikTok thing and starting to
I just feel like
GoFundMe. It's
GoFundMe
the
is the easy
same.
way
It's
out. You can just
probably
work to get that bread.
well. So I'm glad you said that because I was going to say the GoFundMe is probably easier. You just have to spin up the page, write the story, what's going on. Whereas a TikTok, you actually have to get the energy to be on live all the time, do whatever you do. So I get what you're saying, but to me, it's basically two wings of the same bird. I think.
I can concede that. I can concede that. But if you're a social media influencer and social media is what you do and you get paid off of social media and you not have a contract for something you created on social media is now your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do your job. Go on social media, do lives and do videos and strum up this bread and give Dave's Gourmet a reason to give you more money. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm tripping, bro. I don't know. Maybe
No,
I'm tripping.
I don't think you're tripping, and I don't want you to think that I
No,
think you're tripping.
yeah.
I'm saying that as far as the live and the GoFundMe, I feel like it's the same thing, and I also feel like there are probably things in that contract that she cannot do. Now, she more than likely can go on live and talk about whatever she want to talk about, and then mention Dave's Gourmet, and she may get a kick or something like that, or if
Mm-hmm.
the sales start to increase, she may get royalties. Probably not, because she's an influencer, and they'll probably taking advantage of that situation.
Got you.
But but you know, she she may have tried to go that route. We just don't know it, because she may have decided to go the legal route first to make sure that it was okay, and they nixed it down, and now she's going the GoFundMe route to
Mm-hmm.
recoup the money that we don't know what she did with the money. Obviously, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think you know what she did with the
Yeah.
money. So she's just trying to recoup that money, and I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, well, on the back end of it though, just close this out. On the back end of it, they have paid her 120K over the past 7 months. They continue to make all the payments that they're supposed to make. They even
Mm-hmm.
offered to pay for her legal counsel to come in and talk about the contract and let her know what's going on and let her know what she can do and what
Mm-hmm.
money she's making and this that, and the third. She declined that, but they are in discussions now to make sure that she understands what's going on, so that way she can know, hey, this is what we're doing for you. So
Gotcha.
on D-Lo side, they do take advantage of social media influencers and stuff like that. They do that. There's Twitch streamers that get taken advantage of. That's why they move to other platforms like your Rumbles and your Kicks. There's people on Instagram that don't like how Instagram does, and then they move to TikTok and they move to other platforms as well. So, and just like same thing with Twitch, people move to Facebook gaming like our boy Marcus did. So it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, big corporate America is going to make their money any way they can make their money, regardless. The
Mm-hmm.
big the big ant is going to step on the small ant, but at some point we got to make sure that we're taking accountability in the way we look at our contracts and the way we spend our money, so that way we can't keep saying, "Oh, the man is
Right.
taking advantage." You know what I'm saying? So you got to look
Yeah.
at that in the
At the
same
end of the
sense.
day,
But
it's all
yeah,
on us, and
yeah,
I agree with that 100%. At the end of the
yeah.
day, it's all on us to, if we don't know it, to learn it, so
Mm-hmm.
that not only, if we were taken advantage of in a situation, we learn from it, and we can teach our children how, and those that we love, to not be taken advantage of in the same
Mm-hmm.
fashion. But then, so that the community begins to learn about how business is done, and they can begin to reap the benefits from stuff that they may create, that our ancestors, our grandmothers and grandfathers, and their parents didn't have the ability to take advantage of, because it was taken from them, and
Mm-hmm.
then the
Agreed.
people that took it profited off of what somebody else did.
Agreed, man. So, yeah, hopefully everything comes together for Chef P and the Pink Sauce company and the Pink Sauce brand, and we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes, G.
We'll see how it goes. Sticks, episode 36, a wrap, my boy.
36? No,
36, ain't it?
it's heck no, boy. You well behind, I
Damn,
think.
what episode we on?
Hold on, fake boy.
Yeah, I think it's 36.
You know what? You're right. I thought we was at 39. That's on me. That's on me. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
36,
okay,
36,
okay.
36,
Yeah, had me
36.
had
That's
me
on
thinking
me.
I'm crazy. I
Nah,
mean, I know we've been
I'm
gone for a
crazy.
couple of weeks, but damn.
I'm crazy. This is supposed to be 30. This is
Yeah,
supposed to be 39, but it ain't
yeah,
39.
yeah, yeah. Think life happens, bro.
But let
Life
me say
happens.
something before you go, though. Happy
Yeah.
anniversary, bro, of
Oh,
motherfucking Two
yeah, yeah,
Complex, bro. It's been
yeah.
a year,
Oh,
G.
I thought you were talking about another anniversary.
Oh, wait, well, hold on, wait. When is that?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But no, before we get into that, yes, happy anniversary, my boy. Been a year since we started this thing. It's
Yeah.
grown. Sometimes it grows fast and then it stales off. But
Mm-hmm.
we've learned a lot. We're continuing to learn. We've changed our name.
Yeah.
Who knows? We may change the name again. I don't know. I
I
hope
love Two
not. But I'm
Complex.
just
I don't
saying.
think we are,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's been a great journey, man. We say it all the time, and I'll continue to say it. Enjoy doing this with you. Enjoy talking to you about the various topics that we talk about every week, complex or not.
Yep.
And yeah, happy anniversary, man. And also, before I turn it back over to you, you mentioned your significant other's birthday. My
Mm-hmm.
significant other's birthday is coming up Tuesday, so I want to say an early happy birthday to her. She's very
Happy
special to
birthday.
me.
Happy early birthday to you,
Um,
Stace.
yep, yep, I love you. And then on top of that, our anniversary is on the 21st.
Oh, that's
So
right.
when the time
Yeah.
comes, happy anniversary with that as well.
For sure. Happy anniversary to y'all too. I know I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna put it in the group chat. Happy anniversary, but happy
Yeah,
early
yeah.
anniversary to y'all too, man. That's gorgeous, man. That's love, bro. I'm looking forward to being that same way. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna come. It's gonna come, and hopefully, we make it to 3 years.
It'll be 3 years.
3 years,
It don't feel
man.
like it, but it's
I
3 years.
know, man, but hopefully 3 years to infinity and beyond, man. So
Yeah, Buzz
for
Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear, man, forever is a mighty long time, but y'all can make it, bro. Y'all can make
Yeah,
it, bro.
yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, happy anniversary, man. I forgot all about. I thought for sure you was talking about me and my wife's anniversaries. But
Nah,
yeah,
I was talking
happy
about too
anniversary, bro.
complex, but you're right
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Happy anniversary, bro. But yeah, episode 36 in the wrap. We appreciate you all for tuning in to Too Complex. Remember, life is short. Even at the age of 39, we might seem like 92. When it might seem like life is long and prosperous, it's still short in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
So life is short and often times complex, but when it becomes too complex, don't be afraid to lean on those that you love to help you find simplicity and balance. Stay prayed up in this crazy world. A few requests thrown above can return your peace and sanity. Thanks for loving us, and we love you all right back and support this podcast. We appreciate that. It means a lot to us. We're sending our love right back at y'all. So don't forget to subscribe to whatever podcast platform that you're listening to. Also subscribe to our YouTube, our social media channels, whether it be YouTube. We're now on Threads, TikTok, as well as Instagram. And remember, if it ain't too complex, it ain't complex at all. Till next time, salute.
Salute.